No, they just made them and I was putting them on. I'm like, wow, these are actually Jordans. I got them stashed away too, dude. How much you give me for them?
Oh, don't.
This is your favorite.
I go to the Ravens, the Steelers fan base killed me. Hey, Lamar Jackson, I love you, but I cannot hang out with y'all.
What's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'd like to welcome you to Not Just Football. I'm Cam Heyward. This is Hayden Walsh. Didn't have the greatest weekend. We didn't get what we wanted, but man, we got some work to do this week, Hayden. And we have the AFC North Championship in Pittsburgh, Baltimore-Pittsburgh. All the storylines you could want. The winner gets to go to the playoffs, gets the 4 seed. The loser, pack it up, get ready for Cancun. But Hayden, what do you think so far?
Well, I think the NFL script writers are probably pretty happy. Everything went according. The Week 18 matchup between the Ravens and Steelers means something. Was hoping it wouldn't. Was hoping Baltimore would take care of it Saturday night. They didn't. They won, and then you guys obviously didn't play well Sunday in Cleveland. I do want to talk about that game if you don't mind. Are you ready to talk about it a little bit?
Almost.
Oh, what do you want to do first?
First, I want to make sure we shout out this episode. It's going to be a very special episode.
Okay.
It's to close out the year. Whoa, almost dropped my mic there. I'm so excited. It's our best episode. We're counting down till midnight with our favorite moments from the incredible year of our interviews. We have some Super Bowl champions, Hollywood stars, all the above. We got some great players along the way. But we are going to mix a best of episode so everybody can listen to, have some fun with it. And we'll talk about that a little bit later, but we should talk about this game.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Weird first quarter, because to me it was like a tale of two games. The first quarter, you guys struggled on defense, so I'm interested to hear what they did well on the first quarter, but then after the first quarter, they really struggled to move the ball at all. So kind of break down to me the difference between the first quarter and the next 3 quarters after that, if you could.
I think our execution was a little bit lacking in that first quarter. Give up some big pass plays. I think there was a 42-yarder, and there was, the bomb to the end zone. Had some chances to get our hands on those, and we just didn't take advantage of that. 10 points scored in the first quarter. And then you don't really see anything till the very end where you get a field goal just because of field position. But our defense, we can't start like that. It's tough sledding in this league, and they did some things on their defense to prevent points from being scored. So we got to be better as a defense in starting that game. Run defense was pretty good, but we gave up some scrambles, gave up just some time for plays to develop, and it led to some bigger plays going downfield.
Yeah, it was just a weird game. Like I said, the first quarter, they really moved the ball well, but after that, they couldn't do a whole lot. I don't necessarily want to get into the offense. I am curious, though. I saw the big hit on Shador. He flexed after you hit him. Did you guys say anything to each other?
No.
No, really? No talking back and forth?
No.
Oh, I didn't know if you said anything after he flexed.
I don't
know.
know.
The other one I have.
Going to fourth down, I don't really get it.
Okay, well, yeah, I didn't know. It was strange. But the big play I do want to talk to you about and let you kind of vent about is you're roughing the passer. Take us through that. It felt like you were still engaged with an offensive lineman. You tried to let up, still got the call. Tell us about that play. What'd you think?
Can't bitch about it. Like, I'm not going to get every call I want in this game. He still had the ball when I wrapped up. And sometimes you just don't see it. Refs are put in a hard spot. It's hard to dictate what is and what isn't. You kind of got to move on in those situations. I would love for more clarity on that, but man, I wish he had held on that ball in that instance.
What did they say to you after? Because I saw you talking to the refs after. Did they say you landed on him, or what was the conversation like?
They said I put full weight on him.
Oh, really? Really?
But, that's their eyes. I'm not seeing it from their point of view. I guess they're not seeing it from mine. And, but man, I really, I do love the way our defense was able to, adjust from that. Usually when you get a penalty like that, it can succumb to points. But our defense made 3 great plays after and got stops.
Yeah, I thought you guys stepped up a couple times because even late in the game, they trusted you guys. They went for it on 4th and 10 in your territory. You guys got the stop and gave your offense a chance. So you got to be – are you happy with the defensive performance? Obviously, the offense didn't do what they wanted to, but are you overall happy knowing you got to stop the run coming into next week to win it?
Not happy because when you get the win, you have these different markers that you want to accomplish in the game, whether it's turnovers, whether it's stopping the run, whether it's – 3 and outs. But we're not really concerned with that if we don't get the W. And, this game comes down to winning at all costs. You don't know what the game is going to bring to you, but we didn't accomplish that. So I can't really be happy about that. But we're going into our home stadium versus a team who just won their last game. We know them. They know us. They love to run the ball. And, it's a formula that we have to be ready to stop. Starts with Derrick Henry and others. They're going to try to run the ball with their quarterback as well, whether it's Lamar or Snoop. But, we got to make plays on defense. We got to provide short fields. We got to get turnovers, and we got to stop this run.
Yeah, it feels like that, especially with DK out. I think the offense struggled. Obviously, I think Darnell's going to be out this week, so it'll be really big to stop it. Also kind of feels like, I'm sure in the locker room, maybe you guys don't say anything, but you guys are trying to avenge what happened last year in the playoffs, and this is a great opportunity to do it. It's a playoff game, a division game. One thing I want to ask about the offense. What do you think about being made that people were saying you guys were more concerned about stopping Myles Garrett from getting the sack record than winning the football game?
Well, respect is out there, but you really do help yourself if you're able to stop a guy like that. I don't understand the.
I don't get that either. I figured that's the game plan every time to stop him, isn't it?
It's very similar. And we just didn't make enough plays. We got down to the 2-yard line. There was a chance to tie the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we got to do a little bit of a better job taking care of the ball. I think penalties played a factor, and we have to do a good job overcoming that. You're not going to get every call. You're not getting everything to run your way. We got to make those plays coming into with Baltimore. They're going to try to test some things. They're going to try and do some things. A lot of respect for their secondary. You got Marlon Humphrey. You got Kyle. Even in the front, they got Kyle Van Noy too. So, we got to make our adjustments, and our offense has got to look to put some points up.
One more thing about the Cleveland game, a little positive offensively. Mm-hmm. What is your take on the Pittsburgh plunge now? It's kind of developed into this own thing where Connor's now plunging. He's also optioning, handing the ball off. Are you surprised by some of these, or do you know some of these are coming?
I don't know everything that's coming. But
were you surprised when he was running down the sideline with the football this past week?
No, because it's usually one of the quarterbacks coming to me and telling me, hey, this is what's about to happen on the play. But no, he's executing at a high level. Providing all those different looks really takes a toll on the defense. The more you're able to mix it up, the more you're able to show different looks. You can't just stack the box. Now you got to be thinking how it's going to come out. Are you worried about if it gets strung out? All these different looks are available the more you run it. I just like our execution with that as well.
Yeah, it's been really good. Successful on multiple accounts. Him doing the tush push, him running it, pitching it to Gainwell. Excited to see maybe if there's a pass eventually out of that, because I know Connor can throw the football from his high school days. So let's talk a little bit Baltimore real quick. Obviously stop the run. Anything else that we must do on Sunday? And are you expecting Lamar or Snoop, or does it really matter? They both kind of do the same thing. Obviously Lamar is Lamar, but they both do similar things.
I think it all starts with up front. It starts with stopping this run. You look at this pass game they had, and Derrick Henry's the difference maker. He does it on all different levels. He can catch out of the backfield, always falling forward, multiple hats to the ball type of week. You got to be sound in your gaps. You got to be patient. Don't bite the cheese and fall into a trap. You got to make sure that you really just are very steady and everybody's accountable in that. But we can't run away from that. I think as our defense, we're looking to attack that. Other things with that, they've got some other running backs that are home run hitters, and they have a change in pace. So we got to make sure we're on our keys for that. They got Zay Flowers, they got Mark Andrews, and they got DeAndre. And so when you look at what they do, they have every part of an offense that you want. It's just about, can you be stout enough and make it a harder pass, a longer pass. And so D-line and front seven definitely have to take the brunt and stop the run, but our corners have got to be, there to fill as well. So it's a 11-man job, and, we got to make sure we take care of business.
Is Derrick Henry the most physical back you faced in your career, or where's he rank? I just think back to that Spillane hit where him and TJ all meet at Henry. One of the most physical plays I've ever seen at the goal line. Who is the most physical back you faced, and where does Henry rank?
Well, I think AP is probably number one when it comes to most physical. AP is just his that gallop he had was, and once he got going, it was crazy.
In the open field, it's insane. Yeah. It's nuts.
We had some battles with like Steven Jackson back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But Derrick's definitely top three when it comes to some of the more physical backs in our league.
Yeah, no, he's a great player. I'm curious. Obviously, this week is a huge week. Is anything said like in a team meeting early in the week, like we know what this is, or does nothing really said by Tomlin? Like what is said in the locker room, because we know what the stakes are for this game. We know who's coming in. Is anything said before?
I think you can somewhat feel sorry for yourself after you lost that game. But then you got to shift your direction to what's important now. And it's about focusing on the Baltimore Ravens and understand that it's all the marbles now, man. Like back home against them for the division, get to the playoffs. Like this is all we want. And no reason in crying over spilled milk, but we got to make corrections. We got to go back to work. And we got to be honest in our discussion. It's kind of similar to the first time we played them. I think we were 6-6 going into that matchup, and they were as well. And you got to be really keen on, man, we got to have our best ball going into this game, and we got to go out there and attack.
Yeah, no, Sunday night. And I think if I had told you beginning of the season, hey, you're going to get a chance at home against Baltimore to win the division, you'd have taken it, right? I mean, this is everything you want. Doesn't matter, you get there. And it goes back to last week when I was really excited. You guys were rolling. Can't get too high, can't get too low. That was a divisional game this past Sunday. Didn't play well on offense, but that's okay. You can come rectify it this weekend against Baltimore and get to the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and I would say this, fans, get there early and let's be loud Sunday night. And I don't want to see anybody from Baltimore in that stadium. We gotta be loud. We gotta be crazy on Sunday night, and got all day to kind of get yourself in that mood to do it. So be safe, be smart, but let's be loud. Let's be loud Sunday. All right.
Yeah. Fans, be loud. Let's go out there and
responsibly
make this a real playoff game, guys. Like,
yeah, it is. Well, it is a playoff
AFC game. North Championship.
Yeah. Wait, what do you say? A shirt and or a shirt and hat game? What do they call
hat
it?
And t-shirt.
Hat and t-shirt game. All right. Let's go get this division title on Sunday. Everybody responsibly party before, but come in loud and ready to go, and get there early before kick. I want the announcers. Is defense getting announced this week?
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh man. All right. Well, good luck this week. And we're rooting for you, man. Let's go get it done.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's do a little draft. We got the new year coming up. We're going to do a draft of each of us pick 3 of our favorite moments from this year. Any interview, any experience we did on the show. You ready to go?
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
I would have to take this was probably just like one of the coolest moments for me was having Dick Lebeu on the pod. I miss those interactions with Coach Lebeu and having some time with him. He seemed very giddy about it just going into the interview. I've like I don't get to talk to Coach Lebeu as much as I would love to. But he just spent time, and like when we were talking to him, there was I think we were shocked about how much he still had in the tube about every single play, and the level of detail he spoke to it. And it was fun hearing Coach Lebeu just rattle off every play and what he was thinking about in those moments. And it was funny. Coach Lebeu, the player, and Coach Lebeu, the coach, and seeing those meet together, that was just a real fun moment for me.
No, those are the coolest ones to me too, because like I grew up a Steeler fan, so I knew Dick LeBeau growing up from the early defenses or whatever. And then to see him kind of talk about you, and like you said, I don't know how old Dick LeBeau is, but take 15 years off it. He feels like he is 15 to 20 years younger than he is. And that was a great interview, and it was so cool to hear him talk about you, but also talk about the defenses of past. And like you said, people forget, man, he was a great player. Like that's the crazy part about Coach LeBeau. So that was a great one. Yeah. I'm going to take an easy one here. I'm going to say Snoop Dogg. You and I both grew up Snoop Dogg fans. I think getting the chance to go meet him and do a show in person with him, probably a very easy one to take, but that was a once in a lifetime experience. I will say I didn't get a chance to do everything I wanted to do with Snoop, if you know what I mean, but still one of the greatest experiences of my life. So I can't thank you for that. And I think it's like one of those ones that just like, can't believe we got to meet that guy, because like growing up, that was the best. Like that guy was insane.
Setting up the Snoop episode, how kind of random it was, and then we were able to lock that in. Everything went accordingly, and we kind of explored before we even got Snoop on camera. And like we were at death row, and like you're like, man, there's some freaking history here, and that was like a museum in itself. So it was really cool to just interact with Snoop. Like I've gotten to meet Snoop over the years, and we've talked about getting him on the pod for a while, and he's just got hell of a stories. And to finally just call him out and say like, bro, are you really a Steelers fan? And him doubling down saying, yeah, I'm a Steelers fan. And then also getting what happened when he put on the Baltimore Ravens jersey. Like it was fun having those interactions and just really getting to know, Snoop on that level.
Yeah, he was really nice too. Really gracious with his time. Like you said, took us around a little bit. We got to see a little bit of where he hangs out, and it was really cool, man. It was an awesome experience. All right, but who you got second?
Second pick. This is a fun one. I really enjoyed this one. Unfortunately, Hayden didn't get to take.
I knew this was coming. I knew this one was coming.
And there's a funny backstory behind it. I'll get that in a minute. But the Jeffrey D. Morgan episode. Shout out to Josh Cashman, our editor and co-producer. He helped organize that interview, and me and our producer Allison actually flew to New York to get it set up and use the Vox studio. And Jeffrey comes in full sweat. And we had been waiting for like 15 minutes. Didn't care. We were just like, hey, we're just happy to get you. He comes, gives me a big bear hug, and he's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go change real quick. Changes. And he sits down, and we just have this amazing talk about, Walking Dead, Grey's Anatomy, The Boys. I think we talked about The Boys a little bit, but I think we even sprinkled in a little One Tree Hill there too. And funny thing about it was, there's a couple funny things that happened that day. He gave me his wife's book, and like in it, she wrote like a little thing, and at the end she goes, "Go Ravens." And I remember texting him after and being like, damn, she's a Baltimore fan now? We really got problems? And he was like, no, I think she was just referring to the TV show One Tree Hill. And I was like, wow, that really blew past me. But then the other funny story was Hayden was trying to make it up to New York, spent like a day and a half in the airport And like we were having this great time. We were like sending pictures.
Yeah, you're at the Polo Lounge, hanging out, having drinks. I'm stuck in the Jacksonville airport. Missed a flight because of weather. Got booked on a 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to New York. Slept through that on accident because I was whatever. It just was a terrible experience. It was horrible. I never want to go back to Jacksonville. I appreciate Jeffrey D. Morgan coming on. I wish I could have met him, but man, that was a terrible time. Just a terrible day.
And this is the funny part. We were like, Hayden, this is the perfect time for you to just come up with a question and we'll give it to him. And like you were totally not for that. You were pretty pissed about it.
I was going on hour 18 in the Jacksonville airport. Okay. And if you go listen to that video of me, you can hear some lady in the background talking about other cancellations and shit. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible day. Great interview. Terrible day. And I appreciate him because he did answer my questions. So that was nice. But
yeah. Jeffrey, thank you for coming on. If we have a chance, we would love to play this episode back so you guys could hear it.
Yeah, and I would love to actually get to talk to the guy in person or even just like over video. Like it would be cool. Like I just feel like I totally missed out on that one. But very good one. I had a feeling it was coming. My second one's gonna be I'm gonna go. I don't know if this counts, but training camp as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we got DK, we got Aaron, which was amazing, but like. In every year we get great players, don't get me wrong. But like this year with adding Jalen Ramsey into that, obviously Herbig and Watt together is always great. But Aaron and DK was just a really fun time. Really, it was just you and Aaron on an interview and me and DK kind of just hanging out watching. But a really great interview, great time. And I thought all the training camp stuff was amazing. We even had the offensive linemen on too and some of your defensive linemen running mates too. So training camp as a whole, as somebody who, like I said, grew up a fan or even just a sports fan, is some of the best time. Now, I will say there was kind of some awkwardness this year for you, but it was still a great year at training camp.
Yeah, there was some awkwardness around me. I did that to myself. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But no, we had a lot of fun shooting those episodes. Thank you to all the teammates really organizing that. Thank you to all the Steelers. Thank you to Angela, Allison, everybody, Josh. You guys, Morgan, were all working.
I think that's the best part is they got to see Latrobe, which, Sean has seen Latrobe. Our intern has seen Latrobe. I don't think Morgan, Josh, or Allison had seen Latrobe. And I think they were just blown away with its beauty. Yes. And it's pizza that you forced us to eat that was not good. That sweet crust after about one of pizza is pretty good, but man,
you don't double back too often.
You can't double, but you got like a large, dude. It was so sweet. It was
maybe it's just like because I'm at Latrobe and like I'm tired and there's nothing else to do. So.
Yeah.
And this was a great switch up for a lot of our players being on the pod because once you were in Latrobe, you were in Latrobe. So it provided some time to get to know Aaron and DK, TJ, Herbig, you name it. We had a lot of great guests and got to rap about a lot of cool things.
Yeah, got to show the team too, the Not Just Football team, Sharkies too, which was a big bucket list for a lot of people there. So yeah. Sharkies, right? Is it Sharkies?
It's Sharkies.
Yeah, Sharkies. Yeah. I was like, it's Sharkies, right? All right.
Yeah.
All right. What's your third and final?
Third and final. Oh man, there's a lot of good ones here, and I want to be respectful. Well, you kind of took like a bunch of them together. Thanks.
You're welcome. I tried to do that. I mean, there's plenty of things to pick from here.
I know. I guess I'm gonna have to go like Seth Rollins and Keegan Michael Key.
At Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been really good friends of mine for some time now. And Seth has always participated and wanted to be a part of the show and done a hell of a job promoting WWE. And then just, being a big Bears fan as well. And then Keegan, like I've been knowing Keegan since like 2017 and has had some funny stories over the years. And, hearing how we even became friends and then hanging out at honors and watching him host honors and me win Walter Payton Man of the Year that year. And he's just got stories for stories, and it's less about just the interview, but it's like when you get to do fun things with your friends, and then we get to hang out and make more friends, and it's really really fun. And every time I see Keegan, it's always just a good time.
Yeah, no, Super Bowl's always great because you get so many great guests. But the thing is, I'll say is Seth has been on the show like 3 or 4 times. Like, I feel like Seth is one of the most, he's been on the show, some of the most of any guest on the show. So he's always been great. My only problem with the Keegan one was what you said is like, we only got like 10 or 15 minutes with him. Dude, before the episode, nobody saw this, or everybody saw it, but we didn't get it recorded. But his wife came up to you and basically asked you to crack her back.
Yes.
In the middle of Radio Row. So like I think too, like just seeing how you guys interacted and meeting him a couple times with you, it would be great to get him for a little bit longer. Yeah. And honestly, me just step back and let you two go because you guys clearly have struck up a cool friendship, and it was cool to see him interact. But I'm like, she came over and was like, Cam, can you crack my back? I'm like, all right, you got to be really close to let you try to crack the back because it could go horribly wrong if you mess up here. So like, there's a lot of trust there.
And like, I guess I would piggyback this onto Seth Rollins and Keegan Michael Key. These Super Bowl episodes are great, right? And like sometimes they get hidden because there's so much content being thrown at you. But one of our bucket list things was to get Lil Dicky on. And like, I don't think everybody knew how cool of a moment that was to have him on. He was awesome. And like, we were just like, shit, we've been watching Dave for the last couple years, and like now we get to have this dude on the pod. It felt like it made the pod feel like very official. Like we've had some really cool guests over the years, and having Seth, Keegan, Lil Dicky on, like these dudes are, at the top of their game in their craft. And so we just had stories, and like I feel like when Lil Dicky was on, he was like, "Man, I love you," and I was like,
"Yeah, he did say I love you."
we love you too. And like it just kind of threw us for a loop.
Yeah, no, man, it's been great. I mean, you even mentioned even like when we had Lil Wayne on 2 years ago too. Like, I mean, he was great too. So we've been very fortunate to have a lot of guests. So you're right. So you just took Seth Rollins, Keegan Michael Key, and Lil Dicky. Okay. For my final one, man, that's tough. If you're just talking experiences, I think the Jelly Roll thing is probably up there for me. We got to interview Jelly Roll. We went to his concert. We interviewed him before the concert, got to hang out with him. Pat McAfee was with us up there, watching Post Malone perform too. So, I mean, overall, just a really cool experience there, getting to meet Jelly Roll, talking to him. He had great stories too. He's a great performer. Just one of those things where I think a lot of these in common have what's kind of in-person stuff. I love our video interviews, but I do think when we're in person and we get somebody, it's a little more authentic. It's a little better. So that's what we got to do with him. And then, like I said, got to hang out with him a little bit after in the suite and kind of just, watch Post Malone. So that was an experience and an interview that was just really cool. I'm not even necessarily the biggest country music guy, but it was I know you seem shocked by that. I don't know why you would be shocked by that. I listen to any of that, but I did enjoy him, and I enjoyed Post Malone. It was a really, really cool experience that we got to do. So that one's probably it. I don't know. I mean, there's so many to choose from though too. Because I'm looking at this list, like we had Terry Crews on, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like Keaton Thompson came on for this year. Oh, and we didn't even talk about Ireland. Like, we went to Ireland and did a freaking show. I might actually change Jelly Roll to Ireland. I'm sorry.
No, just save it for our honorable mentions and wild moments.
All right. Well, golly, because dude,
not really honorable mentions. It's more just like,
these
are just top moments because Ireland was an unbelievable trip to begin with. We were welcomed by everybody we met, but being able to shoot the pod in a pub. Didn't they sing Zombie too?
I sang Zombie with the crowd. And one thing I always say about those things is like, that was really kind of like thrown together kind of last minute. Like, we weren't really sure if we were going to go to a pub and do it, but like when we did it, there was actually a good amount of people there. I don't know if it was because everybody was going there to drink at the time or what, but it felt like a lot of people in Steelers jerseys, and it was a great, it felt like a great, prequel, I guess, to what you guys ended up experiencing over there and had the great time you guys had winning the game. But Ireland, man, I can't believe I forgot about even mentioning that. But that was and then Green Bay too, dude. Like, going to Green Bay and doing a show live from the draft and doing the one from Tequila Cowboys with Casey Hampton and Jalen Warren too, like and Shazier. Like, I don't know. We've had a great year, a really great year, and really appreciative to all the fans who support and enjoy it, man. It's been really, really fun.
one of my favorite moments, and we kind of hinted at it earlier, was getting Lil Wayne on.
Yeah.
Like I told
that
you
was
that
2 years ago, though. You realize that now.
I know. It was 2 years ago, but like I text you, I said, we're getting Lil Wayne. And I think you're probably like, yeah, right, bro. Like
I'm just telling you right now, for anybody that high profile, this is to you and anybody listening. I don't believe it. I really don't believe it until like literally we're on the recorder. We're at the place we're doing it. Cause like, dude, that sounds made up. That Lil Wayne actually wants to come on the show. It's just weird.
Bro, and like we were doing it, and hats off to everybody that made it happen, because he didn't have a laptop, so we had to get him like all squared away there. And we're still learning on the fly too. Like it was still early on in our process. But him going through, what makes him him and his favorite songs, and that he doesn't even remember all of his songs, and it was wild. And like, this is the scary part. This is the very scary part. Hayden has talked about this, but like AI is coming, guys, and AI is taking over.
Yeah, we used it in that one.
And we had to use it a little bit because Lil Wayne's camera was a little bit off, and so our editor stepped in, Josh, and had to fix that AI laugh at the end. It wasn't a whole AI episode. It was just
but I will say, people in the comments definitely were like, what the hell was that? That was not him at the end of it. So people definitely picked up on it, but I forgot about that, but that it was true, man. I mean, I don't know. For the last, I guess we've been doing this for almost 4 years now, but we've had some really cool guests, man. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, we didn't even talk about Michael Keaton, who we had.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's like really, and I hate to be name dropping. Like I hate to do this, but the shows are out there, so we did them. But really lucky and excited to see who we get in the new year, man. I mean, I think it's sky's the limit, right?
Well, okay, let's talk about Keaton a little bit. We're sitting down and like we have everything organized, and he walks in and he just starts talking about like Pittsburgh sports off the jump for like a good 30 minutes, and we're like, damn, we might not be able to ask any questions.
We're like, man, we getting shitted today, but he was great, man. And then the funniest thing about him was we did it at, if I can't say it, just blur it out, Studio ME, and somebody was working at Studio ME. Do you remember the guy who was working the computer that day?
No.
There was a guy working the computer. He's like, who are you guys interviewing? And we're like, Michael Keaton. And he's like, Batman? And we're like, yeah, Batman. And then he came in, Keaton walks in, and we're talking to him, and Michael Keaton goes, hey, can I get a glass of water or some water? The guy's like, yeah, sure. He comes in, Cam, I swear, you can't see it on audio, but he comes in. The water was shaking so much when he handed him. He was so nervous, which I was too, don't get me wrong, but I didn't have to hand him a glass of water to show it. It was just, that was one of those things that kind of like, I think kind of showed you though, like, damn, this is a big deal. Like we got a really good guy. Like I said, we've been very fortunate, very lucky. And that's mainly because of you, man. So we appreciate you using your contacts to bring on the show and let a guy like me talk to him.
Like we've had some crazy unexpected guests come on at times. Like there was a Steeler episode at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be just Jerome. And somehow it turned into James Harrison, Brian McFadden, Charlie Batch, all these different guys. And they were just rolling. Like it felt like we weren't even part of the pod. They were just trying to take over the pod. And those kind of moments are fun because like it can be just us sometimes, or it can be like a guest, but then you have like people who you've respected this whole time really, really taking an interest in school too. Yeah,
I go back to Super Bowl II. I remember at Burt Kreischer, dude.
Oh.
Burt Kreischer at Super Bowl was.
And you remember the unexpected guest with that?
Yeah, and she still posts that clip all the time, dude.
Thanks,
like it's crazy, man. Like I said, Super Bowl's great for that though. You never know who's going to show up. I mean, that's the best part. Really excited for this year's Super Bowl in San Francisco. Hopefully, you cannot be at Radio Row unless maybe. You think Tomlin would let you just come to Radio Row if you guys are playing in it?
No,
maybe
we're playing in it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to take a leave of
You're out. All right,
we'll find some people to
maybe.
Take over.
You're just funny too. I think back to that Super Bowl. I'm like, James Harrison did not have a podcast at that point. I think him getting behind the mic, because you remember he tried to take that show over.
He did. I
think that's where I think you planted the seeds of the James Harrison, and then Joe Hayden too was great on the show. Speaking of Joe Hayden, I mean him and Richard Sherman together. I mean, some of the best stories I think of all year were from those two, dude.
No. I'll tell you where the best stories came from. Our golf tournament. And guess
Joey
what?
Porter.
We had Joey Porter on. And boy, you talk about opening up Pandora's box. That opened up Joey's box, and like everything came out. You know, he was talking about stories against Baltimore, talking about when he got shot in Denver, talking about.
No, he didn't even say he got shot. He just said I had just gotten shot.
Yeah.
Remember, this is just nonchalantly, just like I had just gotten shot. Okay, everyone's just kind of like blows past that a little bit, like, oh, okay, just gotten shot or whatever. He was both times we had him on this year, Cam.
Yeah.
Incredible guest with great stories. And Ike Taylor too, man. Any of your former Steelers have been so great with their time. And I mean, you know, we did Troy a couple years ago. He was amazing. Ike Taylor recently. We were Derek Harmon's first interview too this year.
We were,
which he was great too, man. I mean, I don't know, a lot of great stuff over the last 2 years in particular that we should be really proud of. And thank you to everybody who's supported.
Yeah. And, you know, as we close out December, it's been a good year. But guess what? Huge names are already locked in for January. So let us know in the YouTube comments who you want to see next on the show. And also, we will be taking the show on the road. Super Bowl week in San Francisco. We'll be doing live shows from Radio Row. Hopefully I'm busy, so I don't have to attend that. Hayden and whoever else will be the host will be taking care of that. But yeah, it should be a fun January. I'm looking forward to 2026. Hayden, you have any personal resolutions going forward for you and the show?
Personal, I've kind of got a little belly the last couple of weeks. I'm going to definitely get the weight in check. I'm not fat right now.
Show us.
Bit of a belly. No, I'm not showing nothing. But I'm you know, we're gonna get on. I've kind of just been like, screw it. It's the end of the year, but eat whatever I want. But I think to start the new year off, we're gonna eat right and get there. And then for the show, man, just keep growing it and keep getting cool people on and keep trying to, you know, grow this thing. I'm really excited. I think we had a tremendous amount of growth from this year compared to last year. So I'm really excited where we're going. And just excited to keep interviewing some really cool people, man. Like I said, we just had like a 30-minute conversation about it, and it's been amazing. So I'm excited to see what we have in store. What about you?
For the show, I think just highlighting, you know, the people that make this fun, and, you know, keep showing the light on people that really do things the right way. And have fun doing it. Like, I don't think we'd be doing this if we didn't have fun doing it. And I want that to continue. Personally, just stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. You don't know what's around the corner. You don't know what God's got planned for you, but I'm gonna stay in the moment, and hopefully I got a lot to prove.
I love that. I'm going to stay in the moment too. I'm going to steal that one from you. Okay?
Oh, look at you.
I'm going to do that. I like that one. That was very, very profound of you. Very nice. That was very good.
All right, let me close this show. Wait, before I close the show, Hayden, you have your segment to do.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, this is your segment, actually. Let's do Ask Cam Anything. You ready? Last Ask Cam Anything of the year, so we're going to make it a good one, okay? Ask Cam Anything. Remember, everybody, go to our Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube comments, wherever you find the show. Use the hashtag ACA. You can even DM the show if you'd like. We'll answer there, or even go to our story and tell it. Wherever you see us, hashtag Ask Cam Anything. He will answer the questions. He is contractually obligated. We brought it back. All right, are you ready to go?
I guess so.
Ramona Aguirre, what has been your fondest NFL memory to date? Let's do personal. Don't do like the Immaculate Extension or something like that. Personal
fondest NFL moment. I think my fondest NFL moment is when we went back to Atlanta. You know, for the first time with Connor, and sharing that moment before the game with my dad, and then, you know, Connor having his first touchdown. I just that might be me being a little bit more put it on other people. Like, you know, it's a big moment for Connor and stuff. But as a brother, you just want to see your brother shine, and you know, you want to see your family do right. And that moment just felt like a lot for me. as you can tell by the emotions on my face. But it's always a welcome back moment when you get to go to Atlanta or Pittsburgh for me, because I've shared so many memories throughout there.
Yeah, I think the sequencing on that too. Didn't you get a sack right before, and then Connor caught the touchdown the next possession? Is that the first and only time you've ever cried on the football field?
Individually, I think, there's been some
individually. What, you guys had a group cry before? What was
well,
that?
There's been some moments here that they're very touching.
Don't go negative. I'm talking positive stuff here.
I don't want to go down a dark path. We've had some moments here that you're kind of a dick if you don't cry. If you really want to go down that.
I was trying to stay positive, not go negative.
Yeah. I will say I think I might have shed a tear or two when Franco passed away too.
When you ran out?
Maybe not when I ran out, but just in that whole game, I think there was a lot of emotion there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
and
right,
us being the last ones to talk to Franco and being asked to, carry out the flag, I was kind of shocked by it all.
Yeah, that's another one too that, not to go back to that conversation too much, but that's another one too that's kind of surreal. Is we interviewed him and then woke up the next morning to the news. So that was really crazy. All right, let's go to the next question here. ST Rich 17. What country would you like to visit that you have not visited?
It's a toss up between Italy and Japan.
You've never been to Italy?
Never been to Italy.
Wow.
You've been to Italy and you didn't invite me.
You had your softball game then. You couldn't make it.
I would have missed it.
I know you would have missed it. You would have missed Italy, not the softball game. Okay. But where was the other one? You were about to say another one.
Japan.
Oh, I like that.
Japan would be really cool. I think even if we shot the pod from Japan, what if we had a pod trip every year? We pick a different country. We go there. We shoot the pod. We engulf the culture. We talk about football. We see football played. I'm really giving some ideas here. We eat the food. We just embrace everything from that country.
Love it.
Japan would be awesome.
I'm in. I'm in wherever you want to go. I'm in. That's fine. We can do it. That sounds great. But if you had to pick between Japan and Italy, where are you going next?
Well, I think me and the fam might be going to Italy.
So. Oh, congratulations. Where are we going?
I said might.
Where are we going? Florence?
We ain't book it yet. So
where are you going?
I still got to book something.
You should check it out. Go see
I got to see when my season ends. I got to see when all these things align. But I want to do it later. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Now, interesting. You may need to get somebody to come watch the kids. So you and the wife go do a little winery, have a little cheese and wine.
Is Hayden and Kenzie proposing?
I don't know. Well, we'd like to go with you on that. So maybe somebody else can watch the kids while we go to the winery with you. I mean, I don't listen. You think I don't want to go to the winery with you? Come on. Let's go.
No, you don't drink.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. I don't. That's true. I forgot about that. All right. Last one. Rach Brandt wants to know, what is your favorite meal? I feel like we've been asked this before, but what is your favorite meal?
I feel like I give a different answer every single time.
You do give a different answer every time. That's why it's kind of
fun. What is my favorite meal?
Death row meal. Let's call it that. Death row meal. You're dying.
Law-abiding citizen.
You're dying tomorrow. Oh, yes. Man. He gets Del Frisco's, right? Then he uses the T-bone to stab that guy in the neck.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Great movie. Great movie.
Del Frisco's really sold it there. Having the T-bone stab somebody.
Is that possible?
I think anything's possible.
Is that possible? Yes. I don't know. A lot of that movie felt impossible. Okay, to be honest with you. But sorry, go ahead. Favorite meal.
I'm gonna say
death row meal.
Oh man, death row meal.
Yes.
Oh, like sushi from Nobu.
Death row sushi. So what? A little miso cod.
Oh, the cod is
the miso cod, the crispy rice cakes.
Oh, yep.
Maybe the little salmon with the wasabi on top too. Yeah, listen, you spoiled me. Don't get me wrong. You ruined me once I got the Nobu. It's over now. That's a good one. That's a fair one. I don't know. I figured you'd have a Napa Prime flown in or something like that and just get that salt
flown
rock.
In?
Yeah, flown in with the salt rock and everything else.
Why am I getting it flown in?
I don't know. I think you're in San Quentin or something. You whatever you did with that. You're on death row. You're on death row.
What did I do?
I don't know. You're on death row. I don't want to go negative, but you're on death row. Okay,
Oh my
so
gosh.
all right. Well, thank you for playing. Last Ask Cam Anything of the year. But remember, go wherever you find the show. Hashtag Ask Cam Anything, ACA. He will answer the questions. You can DM us. You can comment on our stuff or wherever. We will put the questions on the show. Thank you for everybody who participated.
Thank you for participating in that. But now it's time for the real part of the show. Ask Hayden Anything.
Okay.
The aha moments.
Let's do it.
The last ones of the year. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
You sure?
I'm ready. Let's go.
What was your favorite meal?
Favorite meal I've ever had, or just like
Favorite meal, bro.
Well, it's tough because it,
Jesus,
I
just
did
got
that
done asking me the same question.
I did the thing though in what was that place in Aruba?
Oh, carte blanche.
Carte blanche. Okay, I want a carte blanche 5-course meal with the wine tasting. If I'm dying drunk. All right, give me the wine tasting.
Drunk.
I don't know. So we went to Carte Blanche years ago. I don't even think Carte Blanche is still open, but they did like a 4 or 5-course meal. You pay a couple $100. They'll pair some wine with each dish. It was probably one of the best meals I've ever had, and it was really good. I will say, close second though, that Napa Prime Wagyu. I would just stuff myself full of it on the Salt Rock. That stuff is really, really good. And Nobu's not a bad one either, dude. Nobu's incredible, man. Like, that's good. But also, like, maybe like Carbone. Wasn't that the Italian spot too? That's a good one too, man. There's so many. I don't know. But probably Carte Blanche. That's what I would do. Carte Blanche if I was dying.
Okay. Next one. What's the coolest place you've ever been to?
Coolest place I've ever been to. Amsterdam. Yeah,
Ooh.
Amsterdam. I loved Amsterdam. Me and my wife really enjoyed it. It is perfect. I would say that is, if I lived in Europe, I would want to live in Amsterdam. I loved Amsterdam. Hawaii, a close second, though.
Hawaii. A close second?
Hawaii is awesome. I think Hawaii is super underrated. Did the Mama's Fish House thing, too. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
and
sir.
It was, man, I'll tell you what, Hawaii is a really cool one. Italy was great, too. Like, I loved Italy. But man, and the food in Italy was great too. It was close third, second or third. I don't know. But Amsterdam, number one, no matter what. Amsterdam.
Okay. And then the last question is 2026 coming forward. Who do you want to be our guest going forward? What's your fan favorite guest you would love to have?
Oh man. Ooh, golly. That's tough. Jesus. I don't know, like maybe some actors or something like that. Maybe like a Vince Vaughn, maybe maybe like a Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, someone like that. I would say we probably need to try to get somebody from the Ocean's movies. The amount we talk about that shit, we probably should get somebody from there, preferably Clooney or someone like that. But if we got to get, I don't know, somebody not as popular, we'll get that.
Wow.
But
wow.
But yeah, no, I think maybe an actor, somebody like that. I'm trying to think of maybe anybody else in sports or anything like that. I don't know. Who are yours? Maybe you could jog my memory here on some.
Well,
Anderson .Paak, musician. Anderson .Paak. That's my favorite musician. I would love Anderson .Paak to be on the show. Big fan of his. Huge fan of Anderson .Paak.
That could be cool.
Yeah, he'd be awesome. A little different one, but he would be great.
For me, I would like. As much as I've seen him do a lot of different things, and I feel like he's kind of killing it everywhere. He's been in a lot of, there's Brad Pitt, and Myles Teller. I think Myles Teller would be a hell of a guest because he's in Top Gun, which I love. I also love Whiplash. If you haven't seen Whiplash, I think Whiplash is one of my favorite movies. Have you not seen Whiplash?
No, but favorite movies?
Yes, Whiplash is that good.
Okay, keep going. What else?
Wait, have you not seen? You have to see Whiplash.
I don't watch new movies.
The last part of the last 15 minutes might be the best scene in the movie I've ever seen.
Wow,
it's that good.
The best 15 minutes in cinema history is.
Yes, it's that good.
All right.
J.K. Simmons is in it as well. And then I think from the athlete world, I need to go off the wall. I don't want to go just general names. It's two people from the football realm.
Okay.
Joe Green.
Oh, wow.
Or Lawrence Taylor.
Both would be great.
Those, I think, the stories each one of them could tell in both football and the entertainment side. Joe Green explaining like the Coke interview, the Coke commercial. That would be amazing. LT talking about Any Given Sunday, or even getting Jamie Foxx on to talk about that would be really freaking cool. I just think there's a whole stratosphere of things we could talk about with those guys.
Joe Green would be awesome. A little intimidated by him though. I think.
Why?
I think I'd be afraid. I mean, he's mean Joe Green. It just I feel like he just wouldn't have time for me. Okay.
One thing I never figured out. So you know how we retire, or we put guys in the Hall of Honor, and it's usually like Joe Green. Why was it mean Joe Green?
Why was it?
Why wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Because there's been guys in the past, and obviously you have the Chief that went along with it, but I feel like Mean Joe Green is just iconic.
Is it not? Is it not recognized as that?
It's not recognized when you put him in the Hall of Honor, so I was kind of surprised by that.
Wow, that's shocking. But no, very excited, very excited. That was a lot of people there though. You went from Lawrence Taylor, Joe Green to Jamie Foxx. Bring him on to talk about it. But no, excited. We could also get Terrell Owens, who was also in the movie.
Was he?
Terrell Owens was in Any Given Sunday.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Look it
Bill
up.
Bellamy was in the movie, but
He was too, but so was Terrell Owens.
Wow.
Look it up.
Okay.
I gotta look it up now and make sure I'm right. If not, we're editing this out. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was.
Wow. I don't remember him in the movie.
He plays himself, but yeah, he's in it. He didn't have a big role. He just catches a touchdown. So, but it's him.
LL Cool J's in that movie too.
Oh, he'd be a good one. LL Cool J.
Dennis Quaid.
I'd like that. Randy Quaid.
Oh no, Randy Quaid. Dennis Quaid.
No, we want Randy Quaid. Dennis Quaid is in the movie, but we
need Randy Quaid next time. I mean, around Christmas would be awesome.
We need to get Dennis and Randy Quaid together. Let the brothers talk.
Whoa, that could be explosive.
That would be nice. All right, we've been rambling for 55 minutes here. Let's go.
Sorry, guys. We were having some fun as we close the year. Thanks so much for riding with us throughout 2025. This show wouldn't be possible without everybody. So please tell your friends, your family, keep liking and subscribing to the pod. We want to keep growing this thing to get this thing out there. From our Not Just Football family to yours, Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2026. New episodes will drop every Wednesday. And that is our show. Peace out. I heard in the Batman movie, you actually wore the Jordan 6s.
Yeah, man, that's what those shoes are made from. The original, I don't know if they were the original Air Jordans, but the boots that come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you work that? And did you get a Nike deal?
No, man, I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
No, they just made them and I was putting them on. I went, wow, these are actually Jordans. I got them stashed away too, dude.
You still got them? You still got them?
Can we get you to wear those to a Steeler game?
How much you give me for them?
Oh, don't. Listen. He'll pay a
my
lot
wife
for those.
might not be happy with how much I'm willing to spend on those. They might not fit me.
Jeez, I thought you were going to say my wife. You'd give me your wife.
No,
Jesus, man.
No.
Come on.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that right away. But
right away. It can be negotiated. Okay.
Oh, yeah. But those shoes are just so iconic.
Yeah.
And you just fell into that?
No, I fell into it because I didn't make the suit. They it was built, but that's what they used as the prototype. And I don't know, I don't remember in the second one if that was the case, but yeah, that's what they were.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whew. Is there a song you get sick of performing?
No, because if I do, I take it off the show list. It's simple. It's very simple. It was which one it was? It was I always tell a crowd, somebody at the last show I just had. I've never seen this in my life. Somebody had a sign in the crowd, a sign that said, "Please do Mona Lisa." I said, I stopped the whole show. I stopped the show. I said, I've never seen that in my life. A sign asking me to do a song. And I said, I am so sorry because I am not about to do it. Just so you know. I ain't about to play it. I ain't about to do it. I can't remember a word from it, but Mona Lisa.
All right, Aaron, give us a conspiracy theory you want to talk about.
At the last time I stayed at dorms,
Right.
in Green Bay, there's a place called St. Norbert's College,
Yes.
which is this is a small Catholic college. And unfortunately, there were some suicides that happened at the dorms that we stayed at.
Yeah.
And there were rumors that it was haunted. And one night in camp, in probably, because Rouvel was there, probably 07 or 08, there was a ghost sighting in the corner of a room. And the next night, the adjacent room to that person saw a ghost in the same corner, just on the opposite side of the wall. So I think ghosts are a very interesting conspiracy that ties into being in Latrobe and being away for camp. But two different guys who hadn't talked to each other, saw a figure in the room in the same corner of adjacent rooms. That was very strange.
I did not think you were going to go ghosts on us.
Yeah.
What'd you think? What conspiracy did you think was coming?
I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole because there's a lot of things we could go
What do you think I do?
Yes.
But I'm just light on my feet.
Over in Baltimore or in the DMV area, and Ray Lewis called. He called my security. Hey, man, players want Snoop to come down to the facility. I'm like, all right, I'll slide by. Why the fuck did I do that? I did not know that is public enemy #1. You hear me, Cam? I go in the locker room, they playing Snoop Dogg music, they filming everything. I'm so naive. I'm just like, hey, I'm with Ray Lewis and the Ravens. Ed Reed gave me his red 20 captain's jersey, and they put it on me. And now they got me outside with the team. Snoop, lead the break. What? I'm leading the break. And media just filming all this. I go to a Steeler game. I walk in the stands. Cam. It's a dude over here. Fuck you, Snoop Dogg. You're not a fucking Steeler fan. You're a traitor. I see you with the Ravens. Fuck you. I'm like, and another one. You're a fucking traitor. You went to the fucking Ravens camp? I'm like, oh, man. Then I seen Mike Tomlin after the game. He said, nigga, you won't fuck with anybody. You never fuck with the motherfucking Raiders. I learned the hard way bad, Cam. I said, I could go to any facility. I went to the Browns and nobody say nothing.
No, nobody cares about that, Snoop. Nobody cares about that.
I went to the Browns facility, catching passes, kicking the ball. Nobody said nothing. I go to the Ravens, the Steelers fan base killed me. So I cannot have hey, Lamar Jackson, I love you, but I cannot hang out with y'all. I will not lose my Steeler pass ever again.
You have your partner, Paul Rudd.
Mm-hmm.
He brought up one thing, and he was like, make sure you ask Jeff.
Oh, are you
this.
fucking kidding me? Are you touched with Rudd?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we were having fun.
Kansas
he was
City
like,
boy.
make sure you ask him about signing his name on the Walking Dead bats and with the
sucks.
barbed wire.
That sucks. That is like a Polk thing. I probably was bitching about it one Thanksgiving. We spend every Thanksgiving.
Do you really?
Yeah. And we do his charity Big Slick. Have you ever done that before?
No, I haven't done it.
Oh, you should. It's very cool. But I just talked to him the other day, and we talk a lot of shit during football season. You know, he's a live or die Kansas City guy.
I've seen him stressing at Super Bowls. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'll see him on TV at Super Bowls because they're always in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
It kind of makes me mad. And I see him pulling his hair out.
Yes.
And Jack, his son, has I've watched him through the years go from being this big to bigger than his dad. But I talked to Paul the other day, and we talk a lot of smack during football season. A lot. It's just that it's hard. I don't have a lot of legs to stand on because. Friggin' Patrick Mahomes kills me. But he's a shit talker. And I probably said one Thanksgiving was bitching about signing bats. Yeah, they designed the bat wrong for signing. And of course, everybody wants a bat signed.
Right, and you put Jeffrey Dean Morgan on it, so
It's a
there's not
long
lot of
name.
room.
Yeah, it's a long name. I've tried to do JDM. And then people get mad. They're like, that's not his real signature. The problem is that the fat part of the bat, the part you would normally sign,
Barbed wire.
is barbed wire.
Yes.
Also, where you want to hold it, where you sign it, is barbed wire. So I signed on the skinny part of the bat, Jeffrey D. Morgan, which is it's all tall letters. And I've been in rooms before with like 5,000 bats on. For like convention stuff, like literally like 5,000 bats, and I'm in there for 6 hours signing
Oh
bats.
my God.
Oh yeah. You've probably gone to like signings
I've
before.
done signings, but like
Yeah. You signed lots.
6
of him.
hours is like,
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. And you know, Ant-Man knows this. You know that. That's a funny Paul question.
and then he also brought up one thing. I want to make sure.
Oh no, I'm mortified.
He said, "This is your favorite."
Okay. All right. It seems kind of pussyish, but there's a theory. Thanks, Paul. I make him have this for me at his house.
Oh wow!
I'd like it with coffee. I'm not a huge drinker anymore. You know.
Okay.
You know.
Oh damn!
It changes as you become a dad.
Yes.
Like, you know, you can't drink like you used to.
You can't have everything out.
So I'll have like a little coffee with some Baileys, and it's also really good for talk shows. So if you
Very
see me
true.
on a talk show with a mug, it's Baileys.
There you go.
Always. It just gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling. And it was kind of just between me and my Baileys until right now. Man, my cool factor just went.
I'm like, okay, he really likes Baileys, and I get it.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
Paul just really just blew up your
he
spot.
did. He really did. And what a weird, random thing to think about as a friend. Thanks, dude. What a dick. Let me know if he ever does this, because I'll have some questions for you to ask him.
I will do that. We will get his ass back. I look forward to that.
I heard about this story. Is it true you got onto the Baltimore Ravens bus?
I walked over. I didn't get on the bus, man. The stories just be growing. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be kind of cool if you want to live in that. And when they tell the legendary stories and make you sit way up here, because like the story keeps growing. It's like I done walked on there and with Art Modell and told all the players to get off the bus.
Man, the legend keeps growing.
Man, I watched Chris Mortensen tell a story, and I'm like, man, this dude is lying.
Yeah.
Why you wasn't even there? But like, when I was playing, I didn't mind if that's what they thought. You know what I'm saying? All right, this just adds to his craziness. Like, damn, he's ready to jump on the bus and fight the whole Raven team. Who the hell doing that? Big ass Sam Adams and all these people over there. I'm not getting on that bus by myself. Like, I was talking crazy, but I'm not getting on the Raven bus.
What'd you say?
Talking crazy because we have just played them. Now, mind you, this is the game that we played Baltimore at home. I had just got shot in Denver. This is week 1. I have to miss the game.
Yeah.
So the only reason why I'm pissed because I'm in pregame warm-up. Dress outs. Shirt, Steeler get issued. I can't play.
Right.
Ray Lewis is out there getting ready for the game, and he's looking at me and talking directly to me. This is my house. We about to boop, 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 do this, X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, me and Ray ain't never had no problems, right?
Yeah.
So I looked around like, shit, who we talking to? I looked, I said, damn, it's just me out here. I'm like, man, you talking to me? And he kept going. Now, you know how that competitive happens. So now I'm like, mine just got shot. I started pacing and running the 50. I said, shit. Okay, I said, no, he talking that shit. I said, man, Rodgers, whenever everybody know when I do this, I'm up. So I start stretching. I'm like, shit, Rodgers, go get my gear. That he think I can't play. I'm about to play today. Man, I just got shot. I'm thinking I'm about to. He done got me so mad. I'm about to Wolverine myself. This hole in my body is no longer there. Cause he done got me so hot. I'm sprinting. Now I'm trying to do my demo for Coach Coward to see me sprint. Like, I'm ready. Go get my shit. Let me dress out. Joy, you're not playing. So now I'm so damn angry because Ray done got me gassed up. And I ain't know we had beef. But I know the beef is the beef. But me and you personally never had nothing. Oh, after that, man, I was on 10. Then we beat them.
You did this after you won. That's the fun.
So yeah. We beat them. Plax Plax and Corey Fuller is going at it. They're talking, having a conversation, and Ray comes out.
Yeah.
This is how it really made it go. Ray comes out, and he's about to get on the bus. So Corey is over there talking to us and Plax, but Corey and Plax is getting a little heated. It ain't going nowhere because we all know each other. But Corey like, man, when I'm going for the ball, man, don't pull me like that. Plax like, man, go on with that fool, man. You know, man, this football, man, whatever. So now don't do that again. Ray come out, he see Corey. He's like, Corey, man, you good over there? And I'm like, nah, he ain't good. Come and check on him. Because I really want you to come over here. He said, Corey, you good? I said, nah, I told you he ain't good. Come and check on him. And then he said, nah, man, I'm going to pray for you. And then he got on the bus. And that shit made me mad. And that's when I started walking towards the bus. I'm like, you talked all that now, don't send me a prayer. Don't pray for me, man. Come and see what I'm talking about. Come and check on your God. And then they see me walking towards that, and then that's when they started the story. Yeah. Oh, Joey got on the bus trying to fight Ray Lewis. No, tell the whole story. Ray know the story. That's what I'm saying. The people that know the story, they know.
Yeah. What was it like training with him this offseason?
It was good. You know, I had my fair share of wins. We both won, though. We both had wins.
He can't help himself.
We won.
Can't help himself.
We battled. We competed every day. We compete in every drill we do. I think the funniest thing, though, is like the other guys that we work out with, like, they're kind of just like, whoa, like, because we talk so much shit to each other. And, like, we kind of say, like, very
personal stuff.
Very,
like what?
very, very.
Like, what was said?
Very
we
personal
go,
stuff.
like, we skip all the light stuff and we go right to the heart.
Yeah.
We know how to get in under each other's skin quickly.
Give us an example.
8:30 in the morning and we're, cutting deep. Cutting deep.
Give us an example.
Mike T always
Say
said,
that.
we're not warming up to this shit. What did Mike T say? We don't warm up to shit? Yeah, that's.
One day I beat Herb.
One out of 20, he beat me, yeah.
I just said, like, untie my fucking shoes, man. all right, that's it.
Yeah, one day,
the bench press. Here we go.
No, one day, we're doing sprints. You know, we're doing like 5 back. This guy is jawing off, and this is before he signs his deal, right? So I'm like, dude, why was I on spot? I'm a spot rack junkie, so I'm on spot racking. And I'm like, dude, I have to scroll down to the whole second page to find you on there, you know? But and he goes
with the financials.
And he goes, oh, your pocket watch. I was like, no, I'm just making an observation. And then he's tired or whatnot, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, bro. Like he missed the line, that's why. So I was like, whatever you take plays off, you take shortcuts. Like I'm trying to, better myself.
Oh.
And he goes, yeah, bro. He's like, have fun covering that punt on 4th and.
Nah, see, you talk way worse than that, Herb. You talk way worse than that.
I was like 4th and 8, the game's on the line. You're not gonna get the sack because you're cutting the line. He said 4th and 8, game on the line, you're gonna be covering the punt. That's what he told me.
It was more, I can remember the individual plays that players made, like Troy's interception in the playoff game against Baltimore. We had led that game and had complete control of the game the whole first half. And in the second half, you know how games go, there's an ebb and flow, and it flipped. And Baltimore was controlling the game, and they had just driven the ball down and scored. And we went 3 and out, and there was only about 5 minutes left in the game. And it was a plain and simple, this is it, man. We're going to have to get their butt stopped here, or we ain't going to the Super Bowl, which was going to be the next game after that one there. Mm-hmm. And that was the game that Troy made that pick and ran 55 yards all over the field and won the game for him. And I would hear people up in the stand saying, oh, Lebeu, man, he's smart. look where he put Troy on that play to pick that off. Well, hell, I had Troy on the end who was catching the ball, who lined up in the backfield to max protect. And Troy, we talked about if your guy that I put you on in this coverage isn't doing much, look at the quarterback's eyes and see who you can help. Well, Troy, he looked and he was in the backfield blocking. He just shot over there and picked off a slant to Mason, who was open. They're going to make a first down. Mm-hmm. He picked it off, and then what he did the rest of the time. So that was another time that my players made me look pretty smart.